everything felt ordinary. The world moved fast and everyone seemed to know their place, running after things they didn't need, pretending to be certain about lives that felt empty inside. In that noise there was one person who began to feel the quiet ache. Not sadness exactly, more like the feeling that something invisible was missing. They couldn't name it, but they could feel it everywhere. At work, surrounded by smiles that didn't reach the eyes. At home, scrolling endlessly through lives that weren't theirs. In the mirror, watching their own reflection feel like a stranger. They began to wonder, is this all there is? That question, though small, was the spark that started everything. Because once you ask that sincerely, life starts to answer. Not with comfort, but with collapse. The first cracks appeared quietly. Little things stopped making sense. Why do people chase things that never make them happy? Why do we fear being alone when the world around us feels lonelier? Why do we keep running from silence, as if it's hiding something dangerous? The truth is, it is. Silence is where the system starts to crumble. When you slow down enough to listen, you start to hear how loud the illusions have become. Every advertisement, every trend, every dream, whispering the same command: be more, do more, buy more. But beneath that noise, something ancient still waits. A truth that doesn't belong to society or religion or language. It belongs to the soul. The more this person listened, the more reality started to shift. They began to see how much of their life wasn't theirs. Every choice traced back to fear. Fear of being nothing, fear of being different, fear of being free. Freedom sounds beautiful, but to the conditioned mind it feels like death. Because real freedom means letting go of everything you thought you were. And that's the deep truth they'll never tell you. You were trained to obey patterns, not to question them. You were taught to follow, not to feel. To imitate, not to imagine. And when your soul starts remembering what it truly is, the world begins to label you lost, crazy, or different. But that's when you're finally beginning to wake up. The awakening doesn't arrive as light. It begins as darkness. As everything false in your life starts to fall apart. The friends who only knew your mask stop calling. The things you once cared about lose meaning. And the future you were taught to dream about starts to look like a cage. It's painful, yes, but pain is how truth clears the way. It doesn't destroy you, it destroys what you are not. And so the person sat in their room one night, staring into nothingness.